I was wrong about my Dallas Cowboys. They're obviously not better than everybody thinks. They're way, way, way worse than everybody thinks, even me. I just watched 3 hours of excruciating garbage, of pure embarrassment for Jerry freaking Jones, the general manager and unfortunately the owner of my Dallas Cowboys. I just watched the player they tried half-heartedly to sign and gave up on in favor of Javonte Williams completely take over a game and wreak his revenge on my Dallas Cowboys. I just watched Rico Dowdle. I don't care who Rico Dowdle is, but I had to care today. He wreaked revenge and havoc on my Dallas Cowboys by carrying the ball 30 times for 183 yards, 6.1 per carry. It seemed like every first down was an automatic 8-yard gain. He caught 4 more for 56 more yards, so he went way over 200 and a touchdown. He took over the game. He inspired the home team. And I had to watch my defense that individually I still weirdly believe in. There's a lot of individual talent on that defense, but I watched it quit on Matt Eber-Fraud, the defensive coordinator. He has to go. He has to be fired. It is shameful how poorly this defense continues to perform for Matt Eber-Fraud. He was a fraud as a head coach. He's a fraud as a defensive coordinator. He has no idea. I see nothing clever, nothing creative. They quit on him today. They look lost, they play lost, and they lost to the Carolina Panthers, who were home underdogs to the Cowboys today. They lost because they're a disaster on defense. They had 1 sack on a blitz by Leafau. They should be blitzing every other play, but Eber-Fraud doesn't blitz. And when he does, it's on the most obvious downs and situations. We had 1 sack and 5 hits on the quarterback. And mostly Bryce Young had all day and now what feels like all night to find receivers when it mattered the most. We got shredded by Bryce Young because Rico Dowdle shredded us with his legs. He called us out after last Sunday's game in which he ran for, 206 against the Dolphins at Carolina. They roared back from 17-0 down and won the game. He called us out. You better buckle up. And we called in sick. It was pure vomit sickness. It was run to the toilet. It was diarrhea sickness. It was disgusting. Puke sickness, puke all over the floor sickness. I've never seen anything quite like it. If we didn't get the 1 turnover that we got on a pass that went through hands and was tipped up in the air, it was a lucky turnover. It was the only one we were able to, quote unquote, force. If we don't get that, we probably get blown out. But instead, it was excruciatingly embarrassing because we had to watch, in the end, the Carolina Panthers go 71 yards in 15 plays to kill the clock and take a chip shot walk-off field goal to beat us 30-27. We couldn't stop the Carolina Panthers all day long. They went for 410 yards to our 292. If we hadn't had George Pickens, who now rivals CD for impact, Dak was pretty good. We just couldn't stop him. We couldn't get the ball back. And we had no run game. Javonte Williams looked like he was running in quicksand today, just deep, muddy quicksand. He didn't have his burst. He had no quickness. He had no explosion. He ran the ball 13 times for 29 yards. That's barely over 2 yards a carry against a Rico Dowdle who was going 6 yards per carry on 30 carries. It's just shameful. It's disgusting. It's despicable. It's unwatchable. I mean, they had 27 first downs to our 15, 27 to 15. And finally, on that last drive, we had one chance to win the game, maybe two, but one for sure. With 5:26 left, we've pushed them into a 3rd and 7 at their 17. This is where you rise up and you make one play to win the game. And instead, we blitzed. It was like the most obvious blitz ever. Bryce Young had plenty of time to get the ball away to Leggett on a little crossing route. He's falling down, and Kaiir Elam, a Buffalo cast-off that we signed on the cheap, Kaiir Elam basically tackles Leggett before the ball gets there, both arms around him. As he's falling down, he was falling anyway. I don't think he would have caught it, but we interfered, and it was clearly interference. And they get a first down that just crushed my soul. And then we kind of hang in for a while, and with 2:31 left, we force them into a 4th and 4 at our 40-yard line. And they go for it. I thought maybe they'd try some extraordinary field goal at this point, some intergalactic field goal, but no, they go for it. They're not going to punt. We can't stop them. 2:31 left. And Hunter Renfrow, who had been cut by the Panthers and brought back just because they're so desperate at receiver. And Deron Bland is lined up 10 yards off him, off Hunter Renfrow. He's 10 yards off. I don't know what he's doing. He used to be great. Trevon Diggs used to be great. I don't know. They're just quitting. I don't know if he doesn't know what he's supposed to do in this defense and Eber-Fraud's defense. I don't know. But he just gives him the underneath release. It's only 4 yards that you need. So wouldn't Bland line up in his face? Wouldn't he play press coverage on 4th and 4 if you're Deron Bland, who has led the league in interceptions and obviously in pick sixes in that one magic year that he had? I know he and Diggs are not completely healthy, but you're going to give Hunter Renfrow a little free inside release on a little slant for an easy pitch and catch first down that basically ended the game. As soon as that, I couldn't even watch anymore. I listened to it, but I couldn't watch it because I knew what was coming. We can't stop Rico freaking Dowdle. Hazel can't take it either. I can't take it. I was so wrong about this team. I admit it. I eat it. I own it. It's going to be misery tomorrow for me on Arena Gridiron. If you haven't watched, if you love the NFL, you'll really love this show. Except for me tomorrow. I've had so much fun on the show until tomorrow. It's going to be excruciating. I don't even know if I can get up and go tomorrow. We're at 2:30 Eastern Time, live. You can find us on the Arena YouTube channel. It's a great show. me versus Aqib Talib. It's a great show, and I'm going to despise it tomorrow because I look like such a fool hanging in with my Cowboys last week. We fought on Thursday over how good they could be. Aqib Talib lives in Dallas. Gerald McCoy lives in Dallas. And they just called me out. And they were right. I was a fool. I've loved this team since I was 10 years old. I just can't take it anymore. It just rips my heart and my guts out to even watch them. I just knew it when I woke up. I thought I had the two most exciting quarterbacks in college football, Diego Pavia, John Mateer. And then Pavia goes and lays an egg in Tuscaloosa with Johnny Manziel on the sideline. It's hard to watch. And then John Mateer busts his thumb against Auburn, rushes back for the Texas game, and just stinks it up. Cotton Bowl must have smelled like manure after that game. God, Bevo manure all over us. It's been a long, hard couple of weekends for me, and I give up. What can I say? That was horrible. Getting blown out at Chicago was bad. This was worse. Chicago has way more firepower than the Carolina Panthers. This was just the end of the line. I don't know what else to say. Again, we should have beaten the Eagles at the Eagles. We should have beaten the Packers at home. So what? If you can't win at Chicago and you can't beat Carolina at Carolina, you're terrible. You're no good. You got nothing. Jerry's got nothing. I was going to say tomorrow on Arena Gridiron that Jerry should plunge and go get Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals. Go ahead and trade one of those firsts for Trey Hendrickson and just go ahead and give him his money. Just say that's the new guy. We were terrible without Micah last year, and we're still terrible. We were terrible with Micah last year, and we're still terrible without him. It just doesn't matter. We're just rotten to the core. It's just Jerry Jones. It's just a joke. Shooting fingers and I don't know. We're this. That's what we are. That's who we are. We are this, Jerry. To you, I give this to you. I salute you, Jerry. This is what you wrought. Matt Eber-Fraud? If Jerry has anything left in the tank as he turns 83, when is it? Tomorrow. I think he turns. Happy birthday, Jerry. If he has anything left in the tank, he's just got to run the coordinator off. That's what he's got to do. Shoddy, got to run him off. It's a joke. The defense has been a joke. You can just see they're lost and they quit on the coordinator. It is time to go Eber-Flus. It is time to go Dallas Cowboys. You had your injuries. Everybody has theirs. We lost CD, lost Turpin, lost a couple linemen, couple came back. I'm out. Congratulations. Screw you, Jerry.